So this video is for the new AQA GCSE specification, and it's based on Unit 6 Finance. And one of the new concepts of the spec is the average rate of return. And what it's looking at is if you're going to carry out an investment, so for example, you're going to invest in maybe in a new factory, or maybe it's new capital goods. To justify the investment, you have to make sure that it's getting a good return on that investment. So you're generating profits, and the average profits after the investment are going to be high enough to justify the initial expenditure on this factory or on these capital goods or whatever the capital outlay might be. Now, average rate of return, as the formula shows, you times it by 100 once you've divided the average annual profit by the initial capital outlay. So it's shown as a percentage. Now, if the average rate of return is high, then that's obviously good and it justifies it. If the average rate of return is low, then it may suggest that the investment is not worthwhile. Now, how I'm going to show you in terms of calculating it, I'm going to do it by 3 really easy steps. So step 1, what is the total profit? So during this whole time frame, you might have to calculate what the total profit is over the years. Now, sometimes the question will give you that, but the first thing you must do is understand that during this whole investment, you'll generate an overall profit. So in terms of step 2, the next step is understanding how many years it is for. Now, again, the question should give you that information, but once you've understood the overall profit and you know how many years it's for, so you've calculated, let's say it's 10 years, and you've calculated the overall profit during those 10 years, then what you do is you divide the overall profit by the number of years. So once you've got the amount for step 2, then what you do is you need to understand what the cost of the investment is. And again, the question should give you this. So once you've got the amount from step 2, you divide it by the overall cost of the investment. So this worked example shows it. So you've got 2 companies, Candle Wizard and Wax Wonder, and it gives you the cost of the investment, which is £90,000 and £110,000. Now, it gives you the total net profit. So imagine that they hadn't given you the total net profit. What you might have had to do is do an accumulated year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 to get that overall profit. But in this question, they give it to you. So you've got the 130,000, you've got the 180,000. Now, to follow the 3 steps, you'd get to step 2 by dividing it by the number of years, which is 5 years for this investment. And that would give you an annual average return of £26,000 and £36,000. Then you divide that by the initial cost of the investment, and that would get you 0.289 and 0.327. Put that in a percentage wise, 28.9%, 32.7%. So Wax Wonder's average rate of return is better from their investment. So even though it's more expensive, it's actually got a better average rate of return. So this is the question from the specimen. So it says Sonia is thinking of investing in her own catering equipment that is estimated to increase total profits by £4,000 over its lifetime. It's expected to last 8 years and the investment will cost £3,000. So it gives you all the sums. You don't really have to add anything up or calculate it. All you need to do now is follow the 3 steps. So step 1 was getting the profit, 4,000, and then step 2 was divided by the years, which was 8, and that would get you £500 in terms of average profit. Now we need to go to step 3. So step 3 was dividing it by the £3,000, giving you 0.167, times it by 100, and finally you get an average rate of return of 16.7%. So again, just one last time. Step 1, what is the profit? Step 2, divide it by the years. Step 3, get that amount and then divide it by the cost of investment and then turn it into a percentage.